options, because he was telling us yesterday that he really hoped he would eventually get a future match, and that's not for everyone, I think. Even for the most experienced players, sometimes they really feel the nerves. So
yeah, I always enjoyed having the feature matches. I think a lot of people do, but sometimes people want to keep their deck under wraps as to what they're playing. But yeah, Yuho likes to show off what he's doing.
And here, I mean, we already see some of the Mitsurugi cards. So at least Mel will know what he is up against. Ooh! Wow! We've talked about that with John. Drawn the lock, 41% sided it, but Mel is one of the few that mained it, and yeah, it's gonna hurt.
And talent here, yeah, I mean, we discussed this yesterday as well. I mean, most of our players will have relied either on Droll or Nibiru, but here the talent, he's huge.
It's interesting because, yeah, I mean...
Kick off the track, I guess. It depends on...
both are really, really good, but yeah, he eventually goes... seems like he's having a second thought.
It's excellent to have a little peek here anyway, because you know now what you have to play around. So,
yeah.
I mean, regardless, you know your opponent's going to have one kind of push, be it with the tracked or with... Oh,
wow.
The Ball Drake.
Okay.
Are we expecting... No, Yoho doesn't play Fiendsmith cards, right? So, interesting choice to send back the Ball Drake there.
He had a change of art here. Maybe he has an Ash Blossom on the track.
Yeah, definitely an interesting pick, but it's just a pass, huh? Wow.
Yeah, it seems like a really interesting choice to send back the Ball Drake when it doesn't seem like it does very much against the deck. I think that's one of the reasons why people are picking up the Mitsurugi deck, is because it doesn't really get hit by Bystials in the same way that the Fiendsmith decks do.
Yeah, no, it was definitely quite an interesting play. I mean, we have mentioned how Joe is experienced, so I do think there is a plan for it. And yeah, here we see why Dronenlock was able to stop at least one of the other plays that he had access to. So I guess he prioritized getting rid of the Bestial that could have at least allowed Mel to set up another monster. But
yeah, maybe that means he has a Bestial of his own to didn't want threatening Bestial competition.
That could be a good one. And yeah, it's gonna be, I think, here from Joho. Yeah, I don't see. Yeah, exactly. He's gonna allow it. And
what did you think of the Prosperity there? I mean, I know obviously it's a very powerful card, but it's quite a nice thing for the Mitsurugi deck. A lot of decks now, they have the Fiendsmith, they have the Ryzeal or whatever, and you have quite a lot of competition for slots in the extra deck. But the Mitsurugi deck, because it relies on main deck ritual monsters for its kind of power, can afford this luxury almost of banishing 6 from the extra. Can you imagine doing that in Fiendsmith Ryzeal banishing 6, where players are really struggling to get that 15-card extra deck?
yeah, no, it's.
I'm also quite surprised, and honestly, this will be something to ask Juho, because he's not playing Futso. He's only playing the Ameno as the ritual, so he's only playing one. Yeah, he's not playing the other one.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall, I still think Prosperity is probably one of the best spells of all time, and I think here, bold statement, it is the best pot cards ever made, even better than Pot of Greed. And I mean, if you can play it, especially after siding, I think it gets so much better when you're able to just dig for the side deck cards.
Here we go.
Okay.
The sequence, I mean, it makes sense, like, I guess, to try and push with your Yubel cards if you can, but I don't know if this is going to work.
Not quite. I mean, this was kind of a giveaway, I think, because Juho was thinking a lot on the Lacrima effect. And yeah, that's pretty much a giveaway of having, impermanence, but there is not that much that you can do anyways, so,
Sequence to me feels like the card that just always gets negated.
Yeah.
We had our, like, yeah.
And there is the rare Fuvolos to attack.
I enjoyed seeing the card breakdown. I want to see Sequence up there as like the card that most often gets negated.
Just like Typhon is usually the card that loses you the most games, because when you summon it, usually you're desperate enough. But although it's really a good card. Oh, that's some revenge. some unnecessary hate against this impermanence, but no, there is, I mean, potentially some Dominus additional effect if Joe is playing any.
Yeah, it's quite a heads-up play, to be honest, because my instinct is always to banish the monster in your opponent's grave, because it's normally the most useful, but it makes more sense now to banish trap cards in case of Dominus Impulse or Purge.
Let's see. Without Droll, Joe is obviously in a much better spot, and we start things off with Bonfire.
Yeah, having access to, well, the knowledge of the hand of Mel is pretty good. Do you think it's a bluff, or do you think Mel's drawn an infinite impermanence?
Well, maybe the case.
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm going more for the bluff, but in general, I think even if it's an impermanence, it's never going to be enough here. Like, you almost hope that it's an impermanence, I think, if you're Joe. Like,
could also be the opening of the Spirit Gates that she said. Yeah.
Keeping the card very close to the chest there anyway, so we can't see it here. At what point do you think you fire off this SP Little Knight? I guess maybe wait for the first XYZ summon, or not?
never mind.
I guess if you really cared about the SP from Joho, you could just send an aggregator from your extra deck. So he's kind of signaling that he really doesn't mind when it's activated at all.
That seems like it was a bit premature, but yeah, it's gonna allow to push forward. I mean, obviously we'll have a bit more of a answer at the end of the day if we go based off results, but what do you guys think about these different Ryzeal versions? Which you prefer?
I think I tend to gravitate towards having the cleaner main deck, if you like, and not having to run as many engine requirements in the main deck. Okay. So probably the Ryzeal Fiendsmith deck would probably be my deck of choice, but I definitely understand the hedging for a bit of extra power, maybe being a bit stronger into Fuvalos is why people have chosen to pick up the Mitsurugi variant. So I can see it, but I think if I was going to pick before the event, I probably would have picked the Fiendsmith Ryzeal.
Yeah, I like, on the other hand, the Mitsurugi ones. Like, I really feel like these new ritual cards are super powerful. As you say, Tom, I mean, you have, to be careful with, especially Fuvalos, being present basically in the meta game. And I also feel like it's a matter of how many players are playing Draw the Lock, which we saw before. So it's almost, half of our players, and that may hurt, but I think the deck is very consistent, and yeah, I mean, I think it's one of those decks that, if piloted by very good players at Juho, I think we will see some in the top cut for sure.
I mean, we over the card, but it was revealed to be a spell, so that's confirmed not to be an impermanence anymore.
Yeah, maybe she just said the Spirit Gates.
Could be. It also kind of looks like a droplet. I don't know if there is a droplet in the main deck.
Check.
Or a
no.
book of some sort?
Okay.
No.
Then
I thought about Cold by the Grave, but she's not playing it.
No, almost
like...
okay.
Oh, yeah,
there it is. Okay, it was kind of an impermanence. Veiler is there, but...
It's not going to do anything, yeah.
No, also because now Joe knows that the set is the opening, and yeah, he's gonna go off.
Yeah, Mel must have felt pretty good with that Drawn Lockbird completely shutting Joe off, but the combo of talents and then his own Drawn Lockbird was very, very powerful on the swing back. I guess it goes to show just the power of this Ryzeal deck, regardless of what you're playing it with, because you just only need the one card and you can do all of this, and then you can back it up with a cross to negate interruptions. Very, very powerful.
Indeed.
Do you think Yoho will have preparation for the Yubel deck?
Probably nothing too specific,
yeah,
right?
exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's very experienced, so maybe the experience could play a big role in this matchup. But for sure, like this game one is definitely going on his side at the moment.
And yeah, we're gonna go for a Dueller. Which you can make with Fuvalos to get 500 boost.
No, Fuvalos
No,
is
Fuvalos,
wind.
no,
Yeah,
Purulia, Purulia. That's right.
And making the Dweller now in order to play around any Fiendsmith interruptions coming out of the grave. So he's thinking about next turn already. But yeah, it's something you have to do when your opponent has a Lacrima. It plays very well into Fiendsmith and Paradise, because if your opponent activates Fiendsmith and Paradise, you can chain the Dweller.
Yeah.
And normally, Dweller doesn't negate anything, but it prevents effects from being activated in the graveyard. But if you use Dweller as chaining 2 to Fiendsmith and Paradise, Dweller will have already resolved by the time the big Fiendsmith has hit the grave and won't be able to use its effect.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I was struggling. I was waiting for the name to appear in my brain. Is that not?
Ah, no F.
No send?
Yeah, might have missed it. Yeah. I don't see a reason.
It kind of looked like she was like, no, I don't want to use the effect.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be a very tough spot for Mal, regardless.
Yeah. At least, yeah, Joe is out of cards, it seems. But, I mean, this is still so much. Because he's going to get now a draw.
He's going to have the Dweller, and the Detonator checks opening the Spirit Gates extremely well.
Yep. Now we're just gonna push some damage, and then this might be the last draw for game 1 potentially.
What do you reckon? Dark Ruler no more. Bang.
Yeah, Dark Hole.
Dark Hole. Yeah, Dark Ruler no
Dark
more.
Hole doesn't
also,
really work.
Yeah.
Dark Hole is not really that great, but
As a standby phase activation, maybe. Is it?
Yeah.
Surely you go straight in and chain the... oh no, SP doesn't work, does it, right? Because both things need to be on the field for SP?
Yep.
So SP is also going to be checked by the Detonator.
Absolutely. Yeah, it seems... do we have the Typhon in the extra deck at all?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe that's an option.
Very hard. Between the Cross and the Detonator, it feels so hard to get anything going.
I know.
So even the Typhon is going to lose out to the Cross. But as you say, that's a good option.
When in doubt.
Does Typhon prevent you from normal something? Or just special something?
No, it's... Wait, now you're making me doubt. Because I also thought...
It's very strange to have a Typhon and then and then normal summon afterwards, isn't it? So, but you so often just normal summon and make Typhon, but I don't think it's too important either way whether you get to normal summon afterwards.
Yeah, you can't normal or special.
Yep.
Here comes the Cross.
Yeah, unfortunately, if it wasn't for the Cross, this could have been much, much better, but that makes so much of a difference. We're gonna get additional cards, and yeah. Unfortunately, it seems like this theory of Typhon might be the card with the highest losing percentage.
It's amazing to see, like, Typhon feels like it's dropped off a little bit. I guess it's probably because players have a lot of competition in their extra deck between Ryzeal cards and their other engines. But it's so powerful against Detonator. It just so cleanly answers it. You can't be activated, so you just go ahead and bounce it and then deal with whatever else is on the field. But if your opponent has the Cross, then you're going to struggle.
Oh, now we Ash Blossom, yeah. The Lacrima effect on the Requiem to then tribute itself and special summon from deck. So we are officially out of resources, kind of. And the Dweller is still there, which is nice.
Kind of interesting though, Ryzeal maybe not quite having the same follow-up as other decks, because he's got this, he's drawn 2 cards extra even off this cross, but no way of winning the game on this turn at least, it looks like, so now going to have another chance.
Yeah, I mean, it's mostly due to duo drive. If it resolves, obviously it gives you a lot of follow-up, but in this case it was negated by Valor, so we're setting 2 cards. Wow.
But those could well be bluffs if they're Mitsurugi cards. I don't think... Mel must know, actually, that it's Mitsurugi, right? Because she saw the prosperity on the first turn. But otherwise, this is just looking like a pure Ryzeal deck. So here comes Dark Beckoning Beast.
Would have liked to see that earlier on. And yeah, that's a good play by Joe, using the detonator on the opening and then chaining the impermanence on the Beckoning Beast.
Yeah, it's got to be muscle memory for Ryzeal players at this point. It's first you activate detonator.
We are chaining Bold Drake. Yeah, that's gonna resolve. Doesn't seem like he does all that much, to be fair.
Beckoning Beast is level 3, I want to say. So no,
level 2.
Oh, level 2 even.
Yeah,
so
it was played in Sprite, that's why.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay. Yeah. My head just went instantly to Chaos Angel when you see a Bestial next to another monster, but not going to be the case here. This might be enough to buy Mel another turn.
Yeah, maybe she can survive this turn, and I mean, because like Juho is left with no cards in hand, right?
That's a pass.
Yeah.
Are there enough? There are enough Ryzeals for another draw.
Yeah. Okay, we are gonna use the Ash, and Joe is thinking. We have a cold buy? Or no, he's thinking about detonator maybe. I don't know.
Oh, or cross.
Yeah. But is it really worth it? A bit risky, no?
Like to live dangerously.
Yeah.
There are so many cards, surely, that just win you the game immediately if you draw them.
Yeah, it's cross. Yeah. So he's gonna go for it. Let's see if he gets punished, though. So many good draws, and we are gonna finally access this Mitsurugi. Wow, look at that. Yeah. It's from Joe. Or at least, yeah, we're not seeing any now. Let's see the check for the draw, though.
Yeah, I don't think draw normally does too much into Yubel.
I agree.
Even in this situation, normally when you're terraforming, that's the best case scenario for a drawn Lockbird. But the opening of the... No, not the opening of the Spirit Gates.
Nightmare Throne?
Nightmare Throne, that's the one. Can just destroy a card from your deck. Yeah,
Nightmare Throne is by far the best opener that you can have. And look at this. Wow.
Yeah, this looks like a full combo if I ever saw full combo for the Yubel deck.
Well, we'll soon find out, because this is a very good start from Mel with the Throne plus the Spirit Gates. And maybe the Cold Body Grave is not needed, or the Crosstar Designators.
Yeah, we're going straight into the Fiendsmith engine as well.
And yeah, this is the last time that you can freely activate a Fuvalos, so I guess Mel knows no Fuvalos coming down now. And a very shiny looking Phantom of Yubel as well.
Yeah, this is absolutely premium. I think there might just be an impermanence from Joe, and then it makes you wonder whether you could even keep it for your own turn. We'll see what he wants to do. Maybe just try and hit the sequence. That could work out decently.
I think we're going to get the extra little draw off the print. Yes, we are.
Oof. Yeah, this is a pretty good interaction with obviously the opening. Probably going to cut the deck, and then we are...
Yeah, this is very clean. Drawing cards. I mean, after all said and done, well, the Nightmare Pain is going to be set, but still 4 cards in the hand for Mel at this point.
What an opener.
Should be set, right? Oh.
Can you add it to your hand, or do you have to set it?
I thought so. I mean, doesn't really matter. There it is, Nightmare Pain. Yeah, I mean, we've mentioned it. I mean, no, regardless of the hits that the deck might have suffered, it still has totally enough tools to just, you know, end on probably the best field of the format. And it also has a lot of different options because you can still. Now it's the. I think we're gonna see the impermanence. Let's see.
You think in your heart has it been superseded by the Mermail deck, or you think you'd rather?
Yes, let's say yes. Yeah, my heart say yes. I mean, to be fair, yesterday we saw double Toad plus the statue. So
Yeah, we saw that get broken, Marcello.
by a water deck, that's easy when you're playing a water deck. Good luck if you're not.
Ah, the statue got negated by droplets.
True.
The secret is just to draw Lightning Storm and Forbidden Droplets. Which of the Unchained trap cards has Mal opted for?
I say escape. Let's see.
It's Abominable Chamber.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Nope. 50-50, lost.
Next time. Always seemed to be quite a point of contention. I feel like, you know, there were two different sides who would say they were obviously correct.
Yeah, and each claiming it was absolutely the best. Yeah. I mean, yeah, this is pretty much what we have seen plenty of times in the past. You have quite a few different options on what to end on. You know, there is the obviously King Caesar, but yeah, this indicates that we might go into a rank 10 instead.
I always forget the levels. I know a bunch of them are. Some are 9, some are 10, some are 11, right?
Barudras, yeah.
To make your Varudras. Wondering how you get your other level 10 onto the field. Has Engraver been used yet?
No.
No.
Oh my goodness, after all this, you're still activating. This is full combo for the Fiendsmith deck, just Engraver.
I mean, you were telling this before, Tom. You've never seen a full combo, and here we are.
Yeah, wish granted.
Here we go. Still a fistful of cards.
Yeah, it's not quite usual, to be fair, just to see the deck at full power, especially with all the hand traps that are being played. But
oh, we have a new toy as well for the deck.
Yeah, this is such a strong card, allowing you to get back, you know, light or dark. And in this case, it's gonna be the Engraver. Are we going just King Caesar, or what's the play? Yep, it is. Oh, is that really it?
Yeah, Caesar not as much of a threat against Ryzeal decks compared to a bunch of other, because they have X, which can send Aggregator and very easily answer it.
Yeah, that's a pass. So 5 cards for Jo, and he starts with Bonfire.
Yeah, I'm definitely not a Yubel expert, but I normally see them end on Varudras as well.
yeah.
Yeah, it definitely with Throne plus opening. Yeah, that's a possibility, but
I'm wondering if you actually like chain block the Aggregator rather than the
Varudras that Mel is not playing.
okay, we're going right away into the chamber.
So I guess. What do you think the order was? Yeah, no, it must have been Aggregator 2.
Yeah, on Phantom.
On Phantom.
What do you want to go for? The Exiton?
Is he playing? He must be playing Exton, I guess, because there's so much space. But there's less of a reason to play it when you don't have the Light Fiends.
I think we can, yeah, we're gonna interact, right? Yep, makes sense.
Banish.
Yeah, it's
the
banished.
Ryzeal.
Yep. Pretty good. So here comes finally again part of this Mitsurugi engine, but it seems like that is a little more frail against the King Caesar, right? So, oh, and we have an impermanence of our own. Just the icing on top.
This may be too much, honestly, for Juho, because
Yeah, you called it.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, 13 minutes, it sounds like a lot, but, you know, the previous 2 games between them have taken over half an hour, so...
Ooh, and
more than...
That's a bluff. Shift into this praying pose, and yeah, it immediately picks them up. Okay, definitely kind of a bluff. But, ooh, we have the prosperity again. Wow.
This is something I also discussed yesterday about using the impermanence on the very first Ryzeal monster, which is sometimes maybe you have already more interruptions because otherwise you may usually wait as well.
Yeah.
I think unless Mel is playing mind games with us, I'm going to go with that's the only interruption, and I was completely wrong. It's like, I feel like the prayer was like, please don't, you know, like, I just have one interruption, I'm just going to use it and see.
That's
but
it,
I was completely wrong.
That's
wow, that's it. Joe stopped in his track. Are we gonna see another comeback on stream? That's a great way to start, but there is an infinite impermanence. Any Fiendsmith card would be absolutely insane, but there is none, and there is a pass back. Wow.
And another wish for you, Tom. Maybe we're going to see the first Mitsurugi card being activated and resolved. So.
I know, it resolved at the end of the first game and just immediately ended the game.
No,
goes Bell.
So
never mind. The battle of the hand traps here in game 3. Joe really needs to pick up something, and there comes a pretty good top deck in that Mitsurugi no Mikoto. Saji.
Your favorite card?
Yeah. Is it?
Saji. You always talk about Saji being your favorite card.
Okay. You ask for it. This is my official pitch for the next.
I don't see the difference between that and the other card on the screen. Actually.
That is the alternate version of Saji you see on. You can see Joe a bit confused looking around, but that's exactly why.
This feels like we're at the point where it's extremely difficult to interrupt now for Mel, because even if you negate the effect of Saji, then Duo Drive will be followed shortly after, so you're going to need multiple interruptions from here. Having said that, Mel hasn't been able to push with her engine, so maybe that's what she's got.
I mean, unfortunate, but especially because when you play a Fiendsmith deck, I mean, all you really need is a way to put 2 masters on the field, and then you can at least try and access that engine, but that wasn't the case, and now I think we just got the ritual.
Time for Duo Drive.
And we have an impermanence though. So impermanence is gonna stop the Duo Drive, and then we are gonna attack over the Beckoning Beast, possibly giving another chance to Mel. Can she find something to combo here?
The second attempt.
It's another one, but there is an Ash from Zhuo.
But here we go, as he said, just 2 monsters.
Maybe enough.
Yes,
she's starting to pick up the pace.
It's a great one, yeah.
The last card is the ritual spell, right?
Yeah, it is.
So good.
Yeah. She top decked the Druid Worm, and
wow.
Yeah, this may be the game changer. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just one Fiendsmith is normally enough. You just go, you resolve the sequence. I mean, other decks can't necessarily bridge into their own engine with the Fiendsmith engine, but Yubel totally can. But you do need a card in your hand, having said all of that, because you need to discard for the Muckracker, you know, if you want to make full use of it.
But yeah, you can see
Mel
the
has
pace.
any cards.
No, I think we are gonna play it safe. I mean, what can Zhu really top deck here if we end on the Desiree? So we can also play it that way.
Oh no, she's just...
Oh. Ah no, yeah, we can... that's the big difference for the deck. That's what we can go for.
But
obviously.
what do you... Don't you need to discard a card for Muckraker for this to work?
But we didn't use the engraver,
No, you definitely used Engraver.
so we can
right?
go. Yeah.
She has the Grave Squirm, she's kind of thinking now.
Can we use-
Because I feel like this combo, you just kind of autopilot it, but you need a card in your hand to do what? I mean, the usual plan is to send the Samsara Lotus, right?
Yeah.
But you can't do that here.
Okay, Squirmer is sent instead.
She's going to have to be a little more creative. I feel like you can still do a fair
Yeah.
amount
Absolutely.
after all this. You have that
This works, right?
0 attack
Kinda.
monster. I mean, at the very least, you can end on a Caesar. I think it would have been nice just to end on Desiree, but maybe
Yeah.
we're about to be seeing what more you can do. Because when you play Desiree, that's just kind of it. There's nothing that can be drawn. Doesn't matter if it's
Yeah,
X.
I mean, getting to the chamber is also pretty good, I guess. If we still have that, because obviously
You
in
can
this
add
game
back.
we're going second, so
Yeah.
it's not too obvious that the card is still in there.
You can add back Engraver here, which will get you another monster. Fortunately, you'll be able to get Shavara off the field. Yeah, I agree with you, though. A lot of players do tend to side out the...
Yeah, I don't
Trap.
think... I mean, it wasn't in the top like 30 cards. Might be at the very top of the deck, because I didn't see any trap cards. But yeah, this is a really good display from Mel.
Yeah, there's quite a lot going on here. You can make a Caesar.
We're gonna push damage, and with 7.5 minutes remaining, we at least get the lead in that regard. We were down 2,500, and yeah, as you were saying, we must have took out Chamber going second, and this still is pretty strong. I mean, with just one card, it shuts down most of the Mitsurugi. And oh, there is one more card. Yeah.
I'm wondering, though, does this field actually get cracked by one X'd?
Oh!
This is actually going to... Because you just keep
Wow.
summoning Ryzeals, right? That it deals so
Wow.
cleanly with the Caesar.
And also, this is the best one to draw, I think.
Yeah,
The
by
X,
far.
By far.
So two monsters get... I don't know what's going to happen here. Yo's got one card which I think is not really going to help that much in his hand.
No, we know everything, you know. And yeah, you're right. You called it top. What a top deck from Joe. But to be fair, he had plenty. So
Oh, you got 6 of them, right? Oh, no, you got more. You can draw a sword. I wonder if you activate the ritual spell here to force out the Unchained Soul of Rage. I guess you don't need to.
yeah. I mean, this still kinda works because
Yeah, because Sword and X have been used. Okay, I think we were getting
But
too excited. Oh,
we
you still have
couldn't,
Node. So you Node, you can discard a card. Is there any Fiendsmith capabilities
no, he's not
in Mel's
playing.
Grave to interrupt? Because Duo Drive is surely going to be the next card
Yeah.
to hit the field. And that resolving can normally be quite devastating.
Wasn't this the game though where we already used it?
But surely Joho runs 2.
I think he's running too.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Ah,
But he's used
yeah,
Prosperity,
exactly.
so-
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
about to
that's the
mention.
only
yeah,
thing, yeah.
yeah. I might have banished one, to be fair, because it's one of the targets to be banished for the prosperity. So
Yeah, we used one. We might have banished the second one, and what a decision that could have been. We mentioned that prosperity is really good, but yeah, I think that's what he might be thinking about now.
Yeah,
Let's
because
see.
Duo Drive can just attack over the Caesar as well.
Is it?
Oh, Duo number 2.
No. Okay. Sigh of relief.
But like you can search the cross, but what do you do afterwards? There's not too much. You've used all the Ryzeal special summons pretty much but you still get more cards. Wow, this was such a great top deck for Joho.
Yeah, was by far the best one.
Insane. Wow. It's really a back and forth one. What a match. What a game this was.
He's going to have another X for next turn as well. X'd into Eclipse Twins. It feels like Mel has to take the game if possible on the next turn. Otherwise, yeah, Joe's going to have a lot of follow-up.
Yeah, I mean, we get so many draws. We even set one, and there are very few good cards that we can get. Time for the Typhon again, maybe. It doesn't really do much at this point.
Yeah, but that's, it's so close, isn't it? It does, you know, when Joe's only on 2,200.
Yeah, I do agree with
Typhon's
that.
very threatening, and you have the Engraver here, which has to be respected. So, like, if you chain... Oh, you can't, there's no... Oh.
Wow.
That was a fantastic draw.
What a draw. What a draw on both sides. And this is the third, I think, back on in Beast of the game. Wow.
Is there the dark... was it the Chaos Summoning Beast?
Yeah. I mean, he used... I think we saw it in game one. But
wow.
Bye. Okay. Oof. It's going to be a close...
No, that's just... You just chain SP, make Typhon, bounce, attack for game, right? There's...
Yeah, but we need to be extremely low shit here.
I think you may be right, Tom.
Yeah, take a moment. Yeah, because we already used cross. We know the card in hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but wait, but did we just go into duo? Maybe we can't even Typhon. I think only duo was summoned, right?
I think you're right, actually.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
we can't go Typhon, yeah. Yeah, there was nothing else, I think, from Joe. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, Mel one step ahead of me.
Yeah.
Just make Moon and keep it up.
Well, the cold buy was another great pick from
Yeah,
Joe.
I mean, what a
with
what
the
a
cross.
duo. What a duo this is. And at the same time, though, there is a worrying fact. 2 minutes remain.
I think 2 minutes will be enough. Yoho's got the follow-up that he needs. Here comes Lacrima.
Is it really enough?
Yeah, what other actions can Mel take?
Wait, but I think we have already used the...
She used Engraver already. Yeah. Oh no, there's the what's the name of I forget the name. The fusion.
Ah, yeah. It can come back. Absolutely.
And
Aerial Eater. Yeah, Aerial Eater comes back.
We didn't consider this. Yeah, it's true.
Wow.
Wow.
And then into sequence.
Oh.
Huh? Is that
what
a
is
Moon?
that?
That can't be Moon.
No.
Oh, Yama. You can just make Yama. Okay.
Yama. Yeah.
I have no idea what's about to happen. Do we have the Spirit Gates? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. I think this might be it, because like there is only a minute left. I can't imagine that Joe has enough time to then just push back these 3,000 attack points.
But she runs the rank link 3.
Oh, she runs this.
Could just be it.
And you make into Boa and then. Yeah, does Boa can just pop a card, right?
Yeah.
But you have to discard for Boa, so.
Yeah, we're just gonna use the effect and go into... Oof, 40 seconds remain. Really clutch decision here from Mel. Dark? What is it?
Muckracker.
Muckracker, yeah. But no cards in hand. And now... We are gonna crush and then use Yama, right?
Wow, this is very clutch.
Absolutely. What a play. What a turn.
Here comes Yama.
Yeah, Yama number 2 is used. 2,300 is the difference at the moment.
Is it sequence? Oh, Unchained Soul of Rage?
Yeah. And we push some damage. And I think time is pretty much over. So this could just be it. There is a pass, a draw from Joe. But I think time has been called. And unfortunately, I don't think there is enough for Joe to just push back into this game. What a match this has been. And yeah, I think as you can see, not much can be done at this point, I think. He might have entered main phase, but definitely not going to have a battle phase. And there it is. Mel takes the